Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, on this video today we're going to talk about, are people nicer in America or are people nicer in Vietnam? Like, what's the general vibe? And it's kind of going to be a difficult video, you know, not like difficult, but I'm kind of torn. We'll get into some details of why I think one is better than the other. Of course, if you like this video, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. If you want to make a comment, that'd be great. If you don't like the video, don't make a comment. Hit the dislike button. Hit do not recommend this channel, and you won't see my face ever again. Either way, that's up to you. Decision you got to make. The other thing I want to talk about quickly before we get in the video is the Patreon. I appreciate you guys that are all on the Patreon. As you know, I'm in America. I'm going to be here for about 10 more days. Of course, the numbers are down on the channel, so all the additional support that you guys send through alleys of Patreon, PayPal, Bitcoin, and all these things are greatly appreciated, and it helps to support the channel in times like this when there's a family emergency and I can't be making the regular kind of content that I am used to making for you guys. So, you know, you can't win them all, so it is what it is, but I appreciate you guys that do help me out there. It really means a lot to me. I am picking 3 Patreon members and sending them gift packs in the next few days, so yeah, if you want to get a gift pack, maybe join up for the Patreon. I might even join someone that signs up new. We'll see. I think we're going to be doing a regular gift pack send out on Patreon. I'll talk about that more on the Patreon though. So yeah, are people nicer in America or nicer in Vietnam? Well, I think they're much nicer in Vietnam. I am an American. I like America. I'm not really in love with her anymore. It's not really my thing. I understand if you really like America and you're gung-ho about it, but you know, I cannot wait to get back to Vietnam. Let me tell you, like, I wish I was there right now. You know, America's not for me anymore. You know, the main thing about Americans is they can be just kind of rude for no reason, like out of nowhere. Sure, I'm sure that happens in Vietnam too, but this is the only place where on 2 different times, live streaming here, 2 different people went Karen and chat on me. Some lady was just sitting, like, literally 20 feet away from me at a bar, and her boyfriend was next to me, and we chatted for, like, I don't know, less than a minute, and after 10 minutes she just starts like yelling at me and calling me a loser and shit. It was pretty funny. She just kind of just went crazy. She's like, you stupid YouTuber, you got the stupid camera on your face. I'm like, well, I don't even understand. I haven't said a word to you. I don't even know what you're even talking about. And I'm like, I'm not even filming you. No one knows what you look like. So anyway, she went all nuclear, and then he ended up dragging her out of the bar. But absolutely no reason. And then earlier, on a different stream, I was at another bar, and again, the camera's pointed at my face, even though it's a public space and you can be filmed. It's on my face the whole time. So a guy kept coming up to me. He's like, "You're not filming me, are you, dude?" It was like some old, fat guy. And I'm fat, so I mean, I'm not like incredibly fat anymore. I'm 210 pounds. I should weigh probably more like 190, 180, but I have been big before. I've been as big as 260, 265, so, you know, I get it, you know, but it was just, I was just so weirded out. I was like, I'm not even filming you, dude. Relax, calm down. So, I mean, you do see that. On the other hand, I've seen a lot of polite people. I think it's because I'm down in, like, Fort Myers Beach, where it's a lot of older people right now. So everybody says hi. I was, like, sitting in a store, excuse me, waiting for my mom to do shopping for some shit she wanted to get. So I was sitting at, like, the store seats, you know, like where usually the dads sit. And it was right by the door of the place, and everybody coming in said hello. I mean, you don't necessarily see that in Vietnam. But for the most part, everybody's been pretty polite. People let me in traffic everywhere, you know. Again, I think this is more of Florida is friendlier in this particular area. If I was in LA, it'd be totally different. Like, I'm not going to go back to LA this trip. We will talk about that for a little bit too. I think I'm going to make another video on that one, but we are going to do a day in New York. So we're going to shoot an entire day of content in New York City. I've got about 24 hours in New York City. So I will shoot a literal entire day. I want to eat at Best Pizza at Frankie's Spot. Then I want to get a famous prime rib there. And then anyone else have any other ideas of things to film there? I'm thinking of doing a walking vlogging video there too. So hopefully we'll get like 5 or 6 videos, and I'll just work the entire day that I'm there. because that's just really the only way for me to fly home. The flight here was 17 something, and the flight back's like 17 something, 16. The way back will be like 2,000 with the New York trip. So I mean, I spent nearly $4,000 coming here to do all this. So, and then on top of it, the channel's going to take, you know, a dip in numbers because I'm not in Vietnam shooting Vietnam content. So it's going to, you know, I'm going to feel the pain for 3 or 4 months, but you know, family comes first, and I'm very glad that I'm here and able to help my mother out in her time of need. But yeah, let's talk about Vietnamese people. I have never on a live stream had someone tell me to stop filming in Vietnam that I know of. The only time I've ever been asked to not live stream is walking into Hair of the Dog, if my buddy that is the door guy has like a special group in there, if they're doing something maybe they don't want to be seen on camera, and or maybe somebody's in there with like another girlfriend and they already are married. So that's usually the only times I've ever not been filmed a live stream. And the only times I've ever been asked to not even film is at malls with security. So like always just security guard. I've never actually had like a Vietnamese person come up to me and ask me to stop filming. Not that I would know what they were saying, but I'm pretty good at interpreting things without needing to know the full language. People that tell you need to know the full language in Vietnam, it's absolutely crazy. It is a very difficult language to learn. So I mean, some people can pick it up, some people can't. I know a few people that have gone to all kinds of schooling, study, and I know as much as they do, if not more. I mean, it's just not an easy language. I don't claim to be proficient in it in any way. I am going to be going to school for it, as we've talked about in other videos. So we'll see. Hopefully the classes help me improve. I have no desire to speak fluent Vietnamese. I would just like to know a few more things than what I know. Like my goal is not to become fluent in Vietnamese. And second, that would just take a whole lot of time. You know, if you're going to go try to learn fluent in a language, you're investing 4 to 5 hours out of your day. You know, the way the Army does it, the military, is they got you doing it like 8 or 9 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week. And that's how they're able to pick up a language in like a year or two. And then they do a special test to just see if you're one of those people that can retain memory like that. It's not about being smart or being anything. It's about having a good memory and picking up patterns quickly like that. So I mean, people want to go all crazy when somebody knows languages. You know, I think it's cool that someone can memorize words and do it quickly, but do you get like 10 golden stars from me? Nah, sorry. That's just the way I think too. You know, this shit's all my opinion. I'm not the hand to God on Vietnam and information and shit. I'm just a dude behind a camera saying my opinion. So, I mean, if you don't like my opinion, that's fine. Just keep her moving, eh? But I'm just giving you what, like, my opinion of things are. So, in Vietnam, I've never had really any issues. Everyone's been really nice to me there. I get along everywhere. North, south, middle, wherever I go in Vietnam, I have a very, very good experience. Only a few times have I had bad experiences, and that was mainly, it's not even like people like to hate on Ben Thanh Market. Well, I think Ben Thanh Market's not as good as it used to be. It used to be a fantastic place. Not fantastic, it just used to be better. Now they're really going over the top to try to make their COVID money back. So, I mean, it is what it is, but the only time I've ever really been ripped off is like, you know, maybe by a few orange juice ladies and at a few wet markets. But then after I figured out what the prices of stuff were, if some like old lady was trying to hit me for like 20K for one tomato, I'd just be like, no, I'm just not going to buy your tomato, and I'd just walk away. And you put everything on a scale at a wet market if you are going to shop from the wet market. I am going to shoot a follow-up video to the controversial Can You Live on $1,000 in Saigon? There's so many Viet Qs jumping on there, and I love you guys, the Viet Qs. Some of my best friends in Saigon are Viet Qs. Some of my best subscribers are Viet Qs. But there's some guys jumping on there that are like, oh, I live in a room with a communal bathroom and blah, 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 and eat and drink the crappiest beer and sit on a stool and boy veen every weekend, and I'm living large, which I don't know. I mean, that's a matter of opinion. I don't think a lot of people fully watch that entire video, because if you did, you would see that I'm not just talking about is it possible to live on, you know, $1,000 a month. But anyways, I'll do that in another video. So yeah, I think I think people in Vietnam are a tight bit nicer. They are a bit more private, I would say, comparing to Florida, where I'm at now, Fort Myers Beach. But everybody's so nice in Fort Myers Beach. Even you guys saw on those live streams, people just come up to me and talk, or people just talk to me. Whoever's sitting next to me every time wants to have a conversation, wants to listen to everything I'm doing and everything, which is pretty cool to me. So I mean, I find I'm having a good time here. I was really off-put by the crazy lady in the bar, and the dude keep asking me that I'm filming him. I'm like, dude, it's on my face, man. And that's why you see a lot of live streamers are almost always on their face unless they're in a large-scale public place. And usually that's what people want to see. You know, I'll occasionally show you around a bar if someone asks and stuff like this. But, you know, for the most part, it's going to be on my face when I'm live streaming. Speaking of live streams, we are going to do a 4-hour live stream, 7 p.m. Florida time, which is what, I don't know, East Coast time. 7 p.m. East Coast time to probably 11 p.m. or maybe even midnight. So we are going to do a long live stream. I hope everybody tunes in. You know, it would be cool if we made a little bit of dough tomorrow. But, you know, my bank account's hurting. But it is what it is. If we don't, we don't. We can just all talk and have drinks. So we will be there live streaming tomorrow. I don't know where we're going to go. I do not think we're going to go to Leaky Tiki because we've gone there so many times. The one place we've already gone to. So we're probably going to go somewhere else. But yeah, I think for the most part, it's kind of neck and neck. But I feel like it's less hostile in Vietnam. I'm not going to get road raged in Vietnam. If someone cuts you off in Vietnam, they just smile. Or like if you cut someone off, it's usually a smile, which is an adjustment at first because you want to get pissed. But then, you know, they just smile and it's okay, you know. Most arguments are Vietnamese on Vietnamese. And it's usually something to do with the family, or it's usually something to do with somebody cheating. I mean, or somebody stealing money. These are the things that are mainly fought and anger is seen in Vietnam. Most other things are resolved, you know, pretty easily from what I've seen. You know, we don't do any fighting in my wife's family. I've never gotten in a fight with any of them. Yeah, not that I know of. I've gotten a little upset a few times, but never have we ever gotten into a fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. As far as additional content, I'm going to literally going back to 2-a-day schedule, even though these videos aren't hitting, and it is a little bit, you know, hits you a little hard when like a video only gets 1,000 views compared to, you know, 4,000 to 5,000 normal views, or at least 3,000. We're still going to keep it moving. We're going to make videos every day. So if you guys have ideas for videos, whether it's about Vietnam or America, I'm going to be here like 10 more days. So I'm all ears and open for what you guys would like to see. Yes, we're shooting Vietnamese food here. I don't think it'll be the most riveting content, but whatever. We're going to do more mukbangs. We're going to do healthy seafood mukbangs. You know, whatever kind of mukbangs. We're not going to focus heavily on mukbangs, though. There's only going to be one a week, probably. And then we're going to try to focus on topic videos for Vietnam, topic videos for America, and stuff like that. Also, for Patreon, we're shooting another podcast for you guys coming up this week. So we'll have some original content on there. So everything, you know, we're going to get the ship back on the road. I've just got to make these videos every day, be consistent again, and try to cover things that you guys are all interested in. I appreciate everybody that's been going along for the ride. Even if you don't like that particular kind of content that I'm shooting and you still watched it and enjoyed it, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I think I covered the topic that I wanted to cover today. And last of all, I just wanted to say thank you, because without you guys, I wouldn't have even been able to have come here. You know, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now without the people that watch the channel and support the channel. So as ever, I genuinely thank you all, and have a good day. Keep her moving. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.